Guys, welcome to a new series called Mountaih Versus, where I'm going to be playing OU on Wi-Fi against various friends of mine in the community. And we're kicking things off with a bang here. Today, for the first ep, we're going up against Vepsis. And if you don't know Vepsis, he is one of the absolute goats of Draft League. I know he's not really participating right now because he's got a lot of work stuff going on in his life. And I think he's in school. So I know the man's very busy. But in Generation 8, he was like possibly the best player on Wi-Fi in Gen 8. I think most people would regard either him, Aquarius, or myself, or Shuckle King. But like probably Vepsis overall. And yeah, so we've played one time, and he beat me in that game. And obviously there's no stakes in this game, but it'll be really cool to face him again. He's a great guy, and I'll put his link in the description. So yeah, I don't really play him a lot of OU, and I don't assume he does either. But I've created a team here, and I did a little bit of testing on the ladder, and you know what? I've actually had quite a bit of fun getting back into OU. But that said, my building might be a little off the wall as I try and figure out like what the meta is. But so first we have pretty standard, I think, Cinderace. I've learned a lot of the Cinderaces in OU are actually like max HP, max speed. Mine is just straight up max attack, max speed. So there's that. Terra Flying to help out against Great Tusk. Take the ground and fighting moves aimed at me. We got Scarf, Dragapult, because everything is so fucking fast and overused. So I wanted just a crux, if you will, to be able to outspeed a bunch of stuff, even like some of the +2 Swift Swimmers and guys like that. We have Battle Bond Gren. Actually, the idea behind this team initially was every mon had a pivot move. That's kind of the idea that I ran with. I ended up changing U-turn to low kick on Gren and making it naive nature. And then expert belt. I had life orb, but trying expert belt instead. Low kick will actually let me destroy Kingambit if I'm at +1, usually. And then yeah, the other 3 moves cover, we got the dual stab, then ice beam, really just for like dragons and grass types, and flying types. We have Sandy Shocks, which is usually a lead with the booster speed. Terra Grass to get the jump on guys like Great Tusk or like block a Spore from a Moongus, stuff like that. Kind of mixed, not mixed bulk, but it's got some special attack and some HP. I think I just did enough special attack to Oko AV Great Tusk or something. I don't really remember now. But yeah, the rest I just put into HP because this team very much lacks any kind of bulk. Corviknight is like the lone hit taker on this team. Didn't go with Defog because I had Court Change on Cinderace. And yeah, I liked having the dual attacking Corviknight. And then U-turn is obligatory as well as helmet. Mixed defenses. Oh god. You know how this always happens? Mixed defenses. It's I'll tell you right now. Impish with 80 defense EVs and then the rest in special defense. I think that was to help take on 2 close combats from Iron Valiant. And then the rest in Spadef for the Spadef guys, the special attackers. And then lastly we have Sneasler. Again, this was a U-turn mon initially with Poison Touch, but I found that even though I had Pult for speed control, there's just so much shit that I was like still being outsped by, or I needed priority for, or yeah. So I decided I wanted to try normal gem fake out, get the Unburden boost, and then Terra Flying with acrobatics is kind of nice. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. definitely kind of ruined my theme of every mon pivots, but I like the idea of this set, so I'm excited to use it. And I'll probably use this team for like 3 or 4 battles. I've got a bunch lined up. After Vepsis, I'm going to play John Jr. and Bruno and Sally Mumble. So I'll probably play all those before posting any videos, so I'll just use this team a bunch of times, and then I'll mix it up after I start posting so that, you know, people don't counter team me. You know what I'm saying, guys? Anyway, I'll be back in a moment with Vepsis. All right, I'm back. We've got Vepsis on the line. Hello, Vepsis.
Hello. Nice to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being part of this. The inaugural game, actually.
Yeah, I haven't actually done these before. I'm kind of excited. I hope my team is gonna be good. I haven't actually done a lot of laddering, so
yeah,
I'm excited to play Wi-Fi. It's been a minute since I played a Wi-Fi game.
Yeah, for sure. Not since early part of BBR, right?
Yeah, no. Ever since I had to drop on BBR, I haven't actually touched on like my Pokemon Scarlet and played a Wi-Fi game. So
Right.
it's probably gonna be rusty, but I still enjoy it. So in a way, this is like a nice way to get back into it and have fun with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been enjoying. I'm gonna start searching for you. But I've done a little bit of testing with the teams I've made, and it's been fun actually getting into OU a little bit because I don't usually play it myself. And then obviously I prefer to play on Wi-Fi, so this is really best of both worlds for me.
Yeah, I tend to usually try laddering beginning of the generations, like when, you know, this generation I enjoyed trying out things and kind of like getting a feel, like if I think of like playing in a draft league, I try to get ideas like, alright, this is how good I think that they could be.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like early gen, I can see like, even though like laddering and draft league don't always go hand in hand, I feel like early gen you can take some input out of it and see like what does work. Because generally the ones that do well on OU usually do well on ladder early on. And then once the generation gets older, it changes a little bit.
Yeah. Techs get discovered, etc.
Yeah, pretty much like this. Like once you get to the point that you get a lot of good Pokemon back and now the DLCs are coming out, it's gonna get a lot more big. At least for my eyes, when it comes to trap, like, alright, what things are good. But like, early generations, you can kind of get an idea, like, what are doing well on the ladder, you can translate it a lot to it.
Yeah.
But, like, I haven't recently played a lot of, like, I think I tried this team a little bit on low ladder on Showdown, but you never really know what's good there, what's doing actually well when you play high ladder.
For sure. The low ladder is not too indicative of reality sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Don't be sass. Oh my god.
You Scar?
Yeah.
Counter lad.
Okay. Also, funnily enough, whenever this thing came out, like its popularity has risen. Like similar way, I feel like Cloaking had the same thing last year, and I feel like History and Samurai just keeps getting better.
For sure.
Yeah. Even on ladder, like it seems like a very popular one to use.
Yeah, I see it everywhere, and it makes sense. I mean, setting up spikes while you attack is incredible.
Yeah, like if you get sharpness boosters out of it, as long as you just land them, like it's such a good weapon for any kind of offense, and offense seems still being good on OU, especially with Terra being alive.
For sure.
It's probably one of the most that if I do get back to Wi-Fi, I'd like to trap in myself, because I tried it on Addison's like tournament thing called BFO Search, and I really enjoyed it there. And that was like right at the beginning of I forget what was it like. I think it's like when Home came out, we got access to it. So right after it came out, I got to try it as one of the first like people to get to actually try it.
Samurai, you mean?
Yeah, Samurai, yeah.
Yeah.
But like back then, like people like were very excited for it, but we never really knew how good it will be. Like we kind of had an idea that it probably should be good with that kind of signature move, but I feel like we get surprised how much better it can always be.
Yeah, I mean, it has an amazing priority too, which I think is slept on a little bit.
How do I see? Okay, that's how I see.
You ready for this?
Oh, don't be terrified. No! No!
I'm actually not.
Oh, like that. Okay, that I can maybe live this.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. But as long as you don't U-turn, it should be feeling okay.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily one that I clicked.
Oh shit!
Okay.
That you're bulky, right? It looks like that, huh?
Well, you don't necessarily know that for sure, but I could be.
I feel like that should have done more damage. Come on, Terra Water. Okay.
No. I actually cannot click that if I had it. There's no shot.
Just an idea. Okay. Things are happening, you know? I don't need Cinderace.
Yeah, no, you don't need. That was good. I'm kind of glad that that was gone, because that was one. Like, besides that, and I think Excalibur, I'm very glad that you did not end up having on this, because that's something I remember when I was trying this team out, and I'm like, I don't deal with that more particularly well, or at all.
Right. It's hard to make a team that doesn't lose to backs.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it destroys my team, but my team is like 5 offensive mons and Corviknight, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty, like, for me it was kind of like I had to like pick like correct eras in a certain mons to be able to deal with it. And even then, like, I found like something like a Dragon Dance set being very difficult. And a lot of times it was also paired with like cloaking to set up the snow.
Yeah.
It was really tough to deal with. Man, I was like that close of clicking in my stat there, and he just decided, you know what, we're gonna double on this.
You did click your stat. Oh. That stat.
Yeah.
Stab Roost.
So what do you have again? Okay.
Zapdos is pretty tough for this team, actually, too. My team has a few holes, I'll say that.
I remember because I watched like Wonder, like he made a very long video, so it was more like a podcast for me to listen to when I travel to school or work.
Yeah.
And I remember he pointed out like, yeah, Zapdos is actually really good right now, and I was like, in a way I'm surprised, because it kind of lost like good utility moves like Toxic and Defog, but then when you think about it, yeah, it's still a freaking Zapdos with its typing and stats and whatnot, and apparently it still just does really well. So I'm like, I'm gonna give it a try then and see how I feel about it. Because it's a mod that I enjoyed a lot in prior gens.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it would be true. It's actually still good.
Definitely. It really is. It's a good, great test check, and I think that alone. And King Gambit, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Somewhat. And that'll do it, you know? Moltres is ranked pretty high in OE right now. You hear about this?
Yeah, I saw like that video also covered a little bit too, and I was like, there's a mod that I was also kind of surprised. Like, I don't know if it's about like Terra or is it about, you know, having access to Flame Body. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure like what was the deal that why it did so well.
I think just it matches up well against a bunch of the top mons. I don't think it's a Terra thing.
Yeah. Guess it's my time to remember to use the mechanic.
Oh shit. You're kicking my ass here.
Well, it may seem like that for now, but I don't know if you have. keeping track of what was some point of time.
Oh, alright.
Fine.
I didn't do a lot. Oh, come on. Fucking Magma Storm's gonna finish me off.
I would like to think otherwise Magma Storm is pretty bad if it doesn't go. I'm pretty sure it does at least that much.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to hear you. What'd you say?
No, so I meant that like, I was surprised that if he would have not done that much, because you were like, what, 3% of health or whatnot.
I'm also naive nature on my Grand because it has low kick for King Gambit.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. There's another mod that I really... I feel like this mod's like sets have changed so much ever since it came out. Like I've been seeing on at least on Showdown cards, like it runs so many different sets on it with setup.
Sneasler?
I think it. Yeah, Sneasler. Like I feel like recent one is like it runs like a Fling set and it holds like Big Nugget. That's the recent one I saw.
Really? Is
Yeah,
that?
I was like, damn, I guess that's the thing. I didn't know yet for what necessarily. I assume it's like a very strong ghost or dark type. Well, I think it's dark type regardless because it's Fling. But...
I think Fling, yeah, because this thing gets walled by Goldango pretty hard, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
The boys are having a bit of a hard time here. Oh, you were Boots, weren't you? Chip is chip, you know?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah. Chip is chip.
Did you get the... You used cloaking recently, I think in PPR.
Yeah.
How do you feel like using it now that it got it or it smokes? I feel like it got buffed pretty hard compared to what it already was in it.
Yeah, for sure. Just having chilly reception alone, I think makes it so much better. Because that's...
Yeah.
It lacked teleport, whereas the other two had it. And then it was still so good last gen. And now it can do basically the same thing.
Yeah.
It would be a lot better if it did have teleport, though, because it would be a great Trick Room setter. Because I think one of the issues I have with it is when it sets Trick Room, then you're faster when you pivot out. So you can't eat the hit and then go into your guy. So you have to run like Lagging Tail or something if you want to do it that way. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's another one that I feel like it's like a very stable round to pick at very least. Like, but I think on your end it may have been even like a round 1 pick.
I did pick it round 1 because I was the second last guy in the draft, and there were both Landorus and Garchomp available, and I figured AIM, who was last, wouldn't take both, so I was okay getting one or the other as well.
I think I remember briefly because you talked about this with me and Addison on the group chat.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a case that yeah, I guess makes sense just to cover the cloaking and yeah, it's such a menace. I remember like end of last gen it ended up being like what, even 16 points or whatnot. I remember like Addison ranked it pretty high on
It was
on
the
Hawk on the last season.
mascot of the league after all.
Yeah, I guess you kinda have to at that point, like, you know, put the mascot high there because you're gonna be presenting the whole league with it.
That's right. Yeah, I remember when it first came out, it was like 8 points, 10 points or something in the league that I was in. And
Yeah.
I picked it up. I made finals with it, but unfortunately lost.
Yeah, I remember, like, I believe the BBR people ran a different league at the time, and they allowed it mid-season, and they kind of throw it in on 7 points because nobody had any idea. And I just picked it up on free agency because I'm like, oh, sure, this one can be good. It does regenerate and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
It was a pretty good pickup at the time.
turns out it was really fucking good. Oh, I forgot to U-turn there. I mean, I don't have U-turn.
Yeah, that's very dumb.
I was hoping you would just go for Terrablast there. But you,
At the point I'm looking at your team, as long as I land that move, it's looking pretty good.
yeah, things are looking dire for the for my squad here.
Yeah, like I remember like Heatra with Terra Grass was like really like a key man set on the ladder, but again like I ran into a couple of back Calibers, I'm like, jeez, I had nothing for this guy.
Oh, I see.
Terra Fairy on this guy.
Yeah,
I had it on a couple of my other monsters that were Terra Fairy, or like my Zapdos was even Terra Fairy for a scenario like that.
yeah, Terragrass E-Train's really cool. Taking on
Yeah, it's like a
water moves and
yeah,
ground
be
moves.
able to take off any kind of like water types with it. It's pretty.
Yeah. And take less from ground moves, yeah. Well, a lot less. Oh, thank God.
Oh, that's taking out. Okay.
Okay, not a 6-0, boys.
Now it comes down to the cheese move.
I'm just gonna put all your monsters to sleep and win the game.
It would be a pretty rough way to go out of this.
JK, I'm out of here. I don't need the speed.
Oh, well, I didn't have to play with that. For now at least. So now I have to deal with this guy.
Bulk or Swords Dance, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Sub? What do you got?
Here's a set that I kind of look at on the OU ladder and figure that this kind of beats a lot of the bad stuff. I won't go too much into details, just get until you see a little bit more out of it, but it was like a set that I thought at least, you know, without too much experience on
Yeah.
ladder, that could do well.
That's how I feel about Terragrass Sandy Shocks. I don't think I've ever seen it on the ladder, but it seems good because you're taking on water, ground, and
I think it's like in a way better defensively to beat Terracross instead of Ice, because then you don't have to worry about taking the stealth rock damage.
yeah, that as
And
well.
like and like you pretty much hit all the ground types with it other than Clock Side, but you have stat for it. So the only thing like you might be missing out is hitting like a certain dragon types, or like Hydreigon. I remember, unfortunately, my own sake, being my favorite mon, it wasn't like high on popularity anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really miss out too much by not having ice coverage necessary. Like obviously you don't hit landers super hard, but as long as you can handle it, you'll still be fine.
Yeah.
I just think grass is a lot better defensive type for you to deal with.
Oh, jeez. If you could stop hitting those magma storms, that'd be cool.
I think I need to start drafting Heatran only on Wi-Fi because for the game that you saw earlier today, when I used it on a Showdown League, I haven't actually landed almost any Magma Stones with it.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'll give it a try still, because that's kind of what makes Heatran good.
It's a very live by the sword, die by the sword type scenario.
Yeah.
But damn, when it hits, incredible move. Alright, bedtime?
Please don't give me that, at least.
Oh god, that did nothing.
Okay.
Do I do it again?
Do I get the cheese this time?
I mean, odds are it's gonna work. This time, right? No. I've decided not to.
Again, this guy. Again, as long as I'm not clicking YouTube, this is still like a decent swapping cheese. Just never mind, that was so great.
Oh, shit. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. We take that just fine.
No problem here. No problem. Damn, should have got my last spike.
Yeah, those spikes are kind of starting to hurt quite a bit.
Alright. Time to set up my last spike and just dodge the Magma Storm.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I did quite a bit.
I think it goes from what? 16% to 25? From the...
Yeah, it's like I was like looking at like I kind of forget that I'm still Terra Fairy, so I'm like, surely Heatran thinks that Terra Grass is
Oh, yeah.
water resistant. Never mind. I'm
No
not
way,
water
bro.
resisting it anymore.
This month broken. Oh, I just realized you're fucking... Oh, I should have saved my, my Unburden. I forgot you were Scarf on the... God damn it. I just wanted a way to kill Slowking, but it might not have been worth it. She. Okay, no problem. Not a 5-0.
No, I'm sure it's gonna be close regardless. I feel like it's just starting to even out with those hazards picking up.
We'll see. I should have got my last
matter
break.
what that protocol is, because I still don't know its item.
Yeah. We'll see. See what happens here.
Let's see.
Oh. I see.
We live and die on the sword, am I right?
No, I'm also Scarf. Fuck. I'm modest though.
Yeah, I'm timid.
Ah.
I did not really worry about being modest on this.
I
I don't know if does modest enable you to outpace Sneasler still?
Yes, I crept Meowscarada, and then I just threw the rest in HP, which wasn't much. But it allowed me to go modest, because I didn't think Scarf Dragapult was a real thing, to be honest.
Yeah. I didn't like really, I just drew Team because like, you know, well, if there's a Spitfire ever gonna be a thing, then might as well.
Yeah. Sure enough, it happened. Well, that's game then, friend. That ended up being pretty good, despite the tough start that I had. And
was this Cinderace just like a boost, or?
yeah, it wasn't anything special. It was just like Boots, Court Change, Will-O-Wisp, Pyroball, U-turn. So my plan was to get the Protean or Libero U-turn and bring you down to like to the point where Rocky Helmet would kill you, and then prevent the spike from going up. That's what I was going for in the first turn, but obviously that didn't happen. But that shit does work. I've made that work before, because U-turn depends on the bulk of the Samurott, but U-turn will often put it in range of Rocky Helmet death, and then if you die to Rocky Helmet, you don't get your spike up. Fun fact.
Oh, really? It does work like that. That's pretty cool then. Be
Yeah.
able to kind of anti-deal with the Samurott, which otherwise you don't really.
Yeah.
Well, most people don't really handle it all out of that well without letting it get up spikes. So
Yeah.
cool tech.
Yep. Anyway, thanks for doing this, man. This was a good first one. And,
Oh, I ended up being the first one. That's pretty cool. I didn't like. I assume like by now, because you reached out to me pretty like a while ago already. But that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool to know that I'll be one of the first ones. I'm excited to see who are the other people. I'm hoping and expecting one of them to be Edison. I would love to see that personally.
Yeah.
Just the bias.
No,
And hopefully.
I've definitely reached out to her. She said she's down. I'm gonna play John
Yeah.
Jr. later tonight, and Bruno, Sally Mumble. Those are the immediate future people, and then
Oh, yeah.
I've got a few other people in mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sally Mumble will be fun too. I mean, I actually only recently learned that he's still playing, so that's also another one that I'm definitely gonna tune in. Of course, all of these are gonna be fun, but there's always little bias who I like. I like
Yeah.
a little bit better than who I've known
Yeah, Sally's awesome.
longer.
I'm really glad that he's back.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks again, and guys, I'm gonna be uploading these probably a couple times a week, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Bye.